Get Mikel Arteta out of this football club. Get Martin Zubi out of this football club. And most of all, get you fucking toxic positive motherfuckers out of this football club. Where do I start? Like I said in my stream, if you don't laugh, you'll cry tears. Yeah. I don't have any anger left in me. I've got nothing. Yeah. I just got nothing because I know how this works now. I know how this works. But beforehand, what I'm going to do is what was I going to look at? Oh yeah. You see, this is what happens when you don't score any goals at home and you think that you can get away with what we got away with against Wolves. Tonight was what Wolves should have done to us. Yeah? Tonight was what Wolves should have done to us. That's what that was. Tonight was everything people have been saying about set pieces, how you can't keep relying on them. You know, it's not sustainable. And, you know, what if it doesn't work? It all played out tonight. We scored from an own goal. We scored from a set piece from Moreno. And it still wasn't enough. Why? Because what we was doing in open play wasn't enough. The way we started this game, it looked like it was going to be part 2 of when we beat Aston Villa. That's what it looked like when we started off. But then one man and one man only took it into his own hands. Now, I'm not saying that Zubi did this on purpose. I ain't here to say that. Yeah. But he's got a track record of doing this already because he did this against Spurs, held onto the ball too long and made a stupid pass. I might have to bring up the clip. Yeah. Let me just quickly go onto YouTube and let me just. I'm gonna have to mute this. Right, so I just want to look at the Spurs' goal. Was it Zubi? It was Zubi that cocked up, wasn't it? Oh yeah, he had the ball. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Zubi had the ball, could have passed it. Yeah, and then Richard. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, he has a track record of fucking up. I don't want to see him in his team again. But then again, it's not going to make a difference anyway, is it? Because the theme is the same. I know how this works now. The bottling was always coming. It's just we just get close to it. That's all it is. Imagine somebody, yeah. Imagine somebody telling you that a team's is definitively the team's definitively. Oh, it didn't touch his arm actually. For Patrick Dogu before the goal. Didn't touch his arm. But anyways, imagine somebody telling you something's not going to happen and you're there to watch the person think that it's going to happen, but you know it's not going to happen. But you're not telling that person, so you're prolonging their enjoyment before the inevitable happens. That's us. Yeah? The same thing is going to happen as it's done every single fucking season under this manager. The same thing's going to happen. We're not going to win the league, but we're going to look like we're going to do it. We ain't going to win the Carabao Cup, but it looks like we've got one foot in the final. We ain't going to win the FA Cup. Somebody big's going to knock us out. And we ain't going to win the Champions League because we're going to get put on our ass. The same thing over and over. We're basically having no different of a season than Bournemouth. Yeah? where ours is just sexier. Yeah? Ours is just sexier. But you know, Bournemouth are going to win nothing this season. You know they ain't going to win the league title. You know they're not going to win the EFL Cup. They're not going to win the FA Cup. You know that. Everybody knows that. That's us, but we just get closer to doing it. We get closer to actually winning it. And then, oh, sorry, you ain't going to win it. I forgot to tell you. That's us. I figured it out now. That's what it is. Yeah? Then you got these toxic positive fans talking about, oh, but mate, we were 7 points clear, mate. Back-to-back nil fucking nils, dickhead. Yeah? And you got toxic positive fans saying, 7 points clear. You look at remaining games, mate. And what was I saying on my stream? Oh, well, we had these X amount of games in 2023 and we've registered no wins in 4. Who would have predicted that? Let me show you. Let me show you, man. Let me show you the fixtures that we have. Yeah, because we've got no wins in 3. No wins in 3. Yeah. Look at this. In the Premier League. Yeah. Liverpool, draw. Nottingham Forest, draw. Man United, loss. Now, let's have a look down here. We've got Leeds United next. Chelsea, Sunderland, Brentford, Tottenham, Chelsea, Brighton, Everton, Wolves, Bournemouth, City, Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, Crystal Palace. I want somebody to tell me that what we just went through, we ain't going to have a similar patch somewhere down here. I want somebody to tell me that is not going to happen. Because back in 2023, when we were bits in it, yeah, nobody thought that, oh, well, Liverpool at Anfield, West Ham at London Stadium, Southampton at home, Man City away. In all that, we'll register no winning 4. Nobody saw that coming. Yeah? You fall for the same okie dokie every fucking season, you toxic positive fans. All you man was saying was that we're top of the league, 7 points. We gained a point when we drew games anyway. And what was I saying? I'm gonna play my own fucking videos, man. I'm gonna play them. I'm just gonna play my videos because there's just no point in me just repeating myself at this point. Yeah. So let's go back. Let's go. It's my match preview for this game, wasn't it? Well, I said potential banana skin. That's what I named it. Oh yeah, it was a match preview for the Inter Milan game. Yeah. So let me share my screen again. So this is my match preview for the Inter Milan game. Let me just put that there. Okay, then don't fucking do that then. Fucking dick. Can you... Yeah, go on that side, you fucking idiot. Anyways, telling Arsenal fans to calm down, you know, we're 7 points clear, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be interesting. I would go with rotation, don't we? So the midfield 3, I go with Moreno, Eze, and Zubi. Here we go. Sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats. Let's talk about it. Let's have a listen, guys.
Arsenal fans, calm down. Calm down. It's not so serious after every single drop point for you guys to be losing your goddamn heads.
Look where we are now, guys. These are the fans we have in our fan base. Yeah? These are the fans we have in our fan base. We were 7 points clear when he made this video, by the way.
It's actually pathetic. The stuff that I'm seeing online today, off the back of the draw versus Nottingham Forest. Yes, it was a 0-0 draw. Yes, it's 2 draws back to back. Yes, it is a missed opportunity to go 9 points clear and potentially 11 with the Liverpool game also.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the point. Yeah, it could have been 11 right now. Yeah, we're in a semi-final of the EFL Cup. Yeah, we're in pole position to finish in top 8 in the Champions League. It would have been sweet right now to be 11 points clear right now. Would have been sweet. Yeah, we could rotate a lot more than maybe we're already doing. Yeah, we could have our focus, elsewhere. But now we're ever so slightly creeping forward, even though City are dropping points and we're just gaining a point. We're still putting that bigger worry on top of our heads. Yeah. No, Arsenal can't win the league. We can't, unfortunately. But we're gonna be led to believe that we are. You know what I mean? Arsenal is basically that woman that you ask out for a date, and she already has it in her head that she don't fancy her. She's not interested in you at all, but she's just going along with the wave. But she's going to tell you the inevitable that no, I don't like it. I don't fancy it. That's us. Where we think, going by what we've been doing, we're going to win the league and everything like that. Ultimately, it's not going to happen. Yeah. Like I said, you look at Bournemouth, the team like Bournemouth, they know they're not going to win anything. So they know from a mile off they're not going to win anything. Arteta has us in a position where we're going to win as much as what Bournemouth are, but we're just going to get closer to believing that we are. That's what it is with us. The Champions League, we're going to look like we're probably going to win it, and then we're going to get knocked out. So I'd say this, but I don't want Saka to start again. He's cooked now. He's cooked. You know what I mean? He's cooked. You know what I mean? Next Premier League match versus Man City. No, we don't have Man City till April. Nah, Arsenal winning the league. No. I'm sorry. What City were doing this season, they can get away with that and still win a league title. They've got heritage of winning the league title. We don't. You don't do that and then go and win the league. You know what I mean? You look at Liverpool last season. They kept pulling away. You know what I mean? Chelsea going to turn us over. Probably will. You need Kai Havertz now with that. You know, to be honest, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't have done any more in this game. You know what I mean? Unfucking believable. It is. Absolute shambles. I should be numb to this now. What makes it worse is that we're closer to winning things. That's what makes it worse. If we were out of the Carabao Cup, out of the FA Cup already, out of the Champions League, let's just say, and we're not going to win the league, you know what I mean? You just know from early you ain't gonna win any of them things. But we're still in them, so the pain is going to be painful if we don't win these. Arteta most likely want him to win that. Probably scared to shoot because Arteta don't want him to. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? This is in a good mood today. We should be 11 clear. About all these drop points. Big up to you. Yeah, we should have been. Imagine Good Evening sneaks in and wins the title. This is worse than the 22-23 season for me because we fucked ourselves over against Man United of all teams. Well, the 22-23 season, it came late. Ours is coming early, but we've still got a shit ton of games left to play. You know what I mean? The way things are going, I won't be surprised to see the Carabao Cup final, Chelsea versus Newcastle. You never fucking know, man. But anyways, let's just watch my video of when I reacted to Igal when he was doing the whole, but we're still 7 points clear, man. Stop panicking, man. Let's have a listen. This was part of my match preview for the Inter Milan Arsenal game. Well, let's listen to him some more.
But why do you guys think we have the divine right to win every freaking game? Why do you guys feel like we have the divine right to win every single game by 2 to 3 goals and we should be blowing every team out?
Well, I'll tell you why there might be fans that might think they have a right to win every game. Because when City drop points, yeah, I don't care how these men are feeling. When City drop points, you have to pick them up in response. You have to, yeah. See, fans like this, they forget all about 2023. That season's just dead in the memory. Yeah, these men don't want to think about, you know, they don't want to go by, well, so and so happened. This happened in 2023. Oh, in fact, I forgot to put my background. Hang on a minute, because Igal's on the he's on the Mikel Arteta's carousel. So yeah, these men don't want to think about 2023 season. Yeah, because it's in the past. Yeah, I ain't gonna go through all my video. To be honest, I'm not gonna go through it all, but you get the gist. These men forget all about 2023 season like it never happened. That's like it never happened. Yeah. We started off this game looking like we were going to move these man. Yeah. Until Zubi, yeah. So far, I'm calling it now. So far, he's our worst signing of the window. So far. Just by that alone. Just for that. Because he fucked up against Spurs under pressure. Yeah. And gave them a goal. Albeit we won 4-1. But the point of the matter is if that happens in a game like this, you might not get so lucky. Literally turn the game on its head. Literally. I want Zubi out of this football club. I don't want him here. Don't want him here. You know what I mean? We went from Partey to him. Yeah? Nah, that alone crossed the line. In that fixture against Man United, who haven't won there since 2017 in the Premier League. But nah, you motherfucker crossed the line. He crossed the line for me. So unless we get to a cup final and he makes an impact for us to win a trophy, yeah, there's no getting over that. You've literally put the title back in City's hands. Some can say, well, Arsenal 4 points clear. How can you say it's in City's hands, mate? Well, we're up against a team that's notorious for winning it in this decade. Liverpool aren't going to win it. Aston Villa are not going to win it. I'm not worried about them, but they will do what they do. Yeah, we'll finish second ahead of Aston Villa. You know what I mean? We'll finish second ahead of Aston Villa. But you, toxic positive fans, you're in serious denial. You guys think that it's eventually we just keep doing this and this manager's going to take us over the line. Yeah, okay then. All right. So fans like Igal and Positive Dan and who else? Who else backs this manager? Ty. Who else backs this manager? All these Arsenal fans who still back Arteta are no different from a Bournemouth fan that backs their manager is going to win him a trophy. Yeah? Imagine a Bournemouth fan saying, no, keep Areola. He'll win us a trophy eventually. Yeah? How long, how many seasons do you give him? Yeah? These fans have the mentality of a small club. I said this before. They have the same mentality. Yeah? They've got the same line of thinking. Yeah? You look at Brentford. Yeah? The manager that they've got, can't remember his name. Yeah? Now, imagine Brentford fans saying, keep this manager. He'll eventually win us a trophy. Just keep him. We'll get there eventually. Them and the toxic positives we have in this fan base are the same people. They just wear a different crest. It's the same thing. Keeping this manager, you're just keeping a manager who's just a spicier version of these managers that manage these clubs that never win trophies. He's just a spicier version. He got a Community Shield in between winning the FA Cup and the Community Shield following that, just because we finished second. Yeah? Areola probably could have done that if Bournemouth finished second and behind the team that won the double. You know what I mean? literally the game turns on its head. I'm looking at this now. Arsenal forwards, Saka, no goals in last 13 appearances in all comps. Vitiokeris, not 0 non-penalty goals in the last 11 appearances in the Premier League. Martinelli, no goals in the last 13 Premier League appearances. Madueke, no goals in the last 25 Premier League appearances. Trossard, 1 goal in the last 11 appearances in all comps. That's that you see that. And this is meant to win the league title. I always say get rid of the manager now. Get rid of him now while you still can. And while you can still hold on to the majority of these players at least. Get rid of him. Literally, Zubi just costing us. We start sleeping at the back. We do this thing of pass calmly around the back. You know what I mean? If you're going to do that, you have to do it around players that can get away with doing that can stay calm. Zubi made a panic pass and passed it right to Mbemo, and then he equalizer before half time. Second half, Dogu, the Danish Danny Rose as I call him, scores a screamer at the Emirates. We pull back 2-2 for a set piece. And then Cunha, another screamer. 2 screamers. Man United coming to our ground scoring two screamers. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, our ways of going in front was an own goal. Literally, this game, it was literally like the hourglass. You're turning it over, starting it again. That's literally what happened in this game. And it all started because of Zubi. The same red fucking flags he's shown us. And Lee Gunnar called it. He called that Zubi falls under pressure. He called it. Because he watches the La Liga. He called it. He said the same thing about Mosquera. A lot of people are on his case, and even I was thinking, Mosquera is I'm not seeing the Mosquera that he's seeing, but against Inter Milan the other night, I don't know. I saw, I saw signs of, if you came up against better players going forward. Look at this, man. Top scorers: Vitiokeris 5, Leandro Trossard 5, own goals 4. Eze 4, Moreno 4, Declan Rice 4, Saka 4. And you think that's winning the league? Our top scorers: Gyökeres 5, Trossard 5. Yeah. Honestly. You guys are annoying as fuck. Arsenal team and manager not as good as some of you gunners think they are. Welcome to reality. I knew that the team's good enough to win the trophies. It's the manager that's managing them. The way he has us playing is the way the system's set up. But I said months ago, Norgard's our best 6. He's our best number 6. Who won't play him? This manager. This manager ain't going to rotate him in the team. Whereabouts in Yorkshire, mate? The West Side. Arsenal not winning the Premier League with Arteta as a manager. Sorry, we're not. You know what I mean? Is Bournemouth's Areola going to win the FA Cup for Bournemouth? To be honest, he's probably got more chance. I mean, but yeah, he's probably got more chance as time goes on. You know what I mean? Crystal Palace managed to get their hands on the FA Cup last season. You know what I mean? But you go talk to even an Everton. You could talk to an Everton fan, a Forest fan, a Bournemouth fan, a Brentford fan. Go talk to them. Go talk to their fans and say to their fans, how long would you keep your manager? Yeah. Or should I say, how long do you think you can keep your manager for before he wins a trophy? Like, how long do you think it will take your manager to win a trophy at this club? You go talk to them about that. Yeah? They will have no idea. They won't be able to tell you a season that they might win something. They can't. They can't do it. We're in that same situation. We just get closer to doing it. Like I said, if you cancel plans with somebody 24 hours before, it's not that deep. If you cancel 5 minutes before, it's an issue. We get our plans cancelled 5 minutes before scheduled, i.e., we finish second, we get to a semi-final. You know what I mean? If you go out early, you know you ain't going to win it. But when you stay in late, the later you stay in and you don't win it, the worse it gets when you go out, the later you stay in. And that's what we are. That's what the theme is under this manager. You know what I mean? Under this manager, that's what the theme is. Get close, miss out anyway. So you're just as good as Bournemouth, basically. You're just Bournemouth, but you get closer to the Champions League, or you get closer to the League Cup, the FA Cup, the league title. You're just the Bournemouth that gets close. Because you finish second. You know what I mean? You get Champions League football for it. Whoop-de-doo. You achieved as much as Bournemouth. No trophies. Zubimendi is a human, not a machine. Nobody's asking Zubimendi to be a machine. It doesn't take a machine. In fact, no, I might get copyright if I show the clip of. In fact, no, fuck this. It might be up already. It might be up already. Yeah, it's up already. Right? Let's have a look. All right, he's already done it. Oh, man, hold on. Yeah, so he's made a mistake there. Right. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. As you can see here, Zubimendi just passed the ball back to Saliba. Yeah? You can see that. Yeah? You all saw it at the time. Yeah? You all saw it.
I've seen him do it.
In fact, let me split this up so I can see both tabs at the same time. Yeah? Get rid of that. So you guys can see that Zubimendi has just passed the ball back to Saliba. So I'm going to go forward a frame. Oh, he's already made the pass. So hold on. I'm going to have to not show that because I don't want to get copyright. So what I'll do is... Right. Okay. I've got it. I've got the frame. Now have a look at this. This was a point where Zubimendi made that pass, that panic pass, because you can see him in Bremo's there. Yeah? Look at all this fucking space. He could have took that ball and just ran down here. Saka's down here, or is that Timber? Yeah? Why couldn't Zubimendi do that? Why couldn't he do that? You don't have to be a machine to do that. You just have to be a human being that's concentrating on his football. Why do you do that? That's what I want to know. Could have been 5-0 for United, missed a couple more chances. Martinez and Maguire score for Arsenal. Hold on. Oh. Amazing to see you here, a real Manchester United fan. We are in 4 cups. What are you moaning about? See, these are the fans I'm talking about. These are the kind of fans. These are the kind of fans, and they would have said this last season. They would have said we're in the semi-final of the Champions League. What are you moaning about? Same fans. Same fans. We're in the semi-final of the EFL Cup last season. Would have been the same fans saying this. This is what we've got in our fan base. Waiting for our cups. So we've gone from we could have been 11 clear to now it's only 4. But because we're still in all the cups that we yet to win, it's a bit of a stretch that I'm moaning. Couldn't make this up. Yeah, the spicy part. Who can cook the most without ever winning anything? Yeah. You know what I mean? All this is it just prolongs everything. Literally, I'm honestly considering if we don't get over the line next season and this manager is still here, honestly, I'm considering just not even bothering, not even bothering watching football until it's gone, because I'm getting sick of this. Because I know it's going to happen. It's going to happen every year. Every year he's here, it's going to happen. There needs to be a change of identity. Yeah, there needs to be a change. Chelsea were doing not much before 2005. Mourinho came in and he changed it all. We need that. That's what we need. We need that. We need a manager to come in and everything changes. Look at Pep, one man say. Even though they were winning titles before him, they won a couple before him. He came in and he changed everything. Now the so far in this decade, yeah, they've won 4 titles inside this decade. Liverpool winning 2 of them. You know, Slot might still win something this season. He's still in the FA Cup and he's still in the Champions League. So that'll be another manager that's come in and he's changed something. Klopp came in, changed something. We don't have that. Instead, we have a manager that came in. We got false hope really with him winning the FA Cup against Chelsea. Since then, we've just gone backwards. And we've been duped into thinking we're going forwards just because we're finishing higher in the table, when really we're achieving the same thing as what Bournemouth are achieving, what Wolves are achieving, what Everton are achieving. They're not doing anything, but we're just closer to thinking that we're going to do it. And certain fans don't get it. Liverpool, Man City, they lost to this Man United team. I don't give a shit. This is Arsenal. We're supposed to be fighting for the title. I don't care that they lost to Man United. I don't care. You know what I mean? We were also winning against Man United. Why do fans do this? Why do fans do this where it's like, oh, but they lost to so-and-so. The other teams lost to them as well, mate. Again, falling for the okie dokie every season. Saka fell so hard, he's not the same player from a couple of seasons ago. Yeah, this manager ruined him. That big injury that he got, that grade A tear, whatever it was, that fucked him up. That fucked him up. Get rid of this manager before he ruins somebody else. Nobody gives a fuck if Arsenal ass. You reckon Arsenal have handed the league to City? Yes, they have. They have. Just like they handed the title to Liverpool last season, when they just didn't want it. A chance to pull. We had chances to pull 4 points or so behind Liverpool and close the gap, and we kept dropping points while they were picking them up. And all we got was, well, we've got injuries, mate. Well, all right, what about now then? Because we had everybody's fit now, and we couldn't pull back 7 clear. City went through not winning the first 3 games this year in the Premier League to this 4 points behind. You know what I mean? This doesn't stop here. Arsenal not being able to get over the line and all this doesn't stop here. Not with the fixtures we've got left. It doesn't stop here. There's more of this to come. I knew when we lost at Anfield, I knew what was coming. I knew we weren't going to go to Stamford Bridge, Villa Park. I knew Sunderland was going to be tough. I knew we weren't going to win them games. I don't know why we always lose when it matters, because we ultimately, under this manager being here, it's just not meant to be under this manager. It's just not. You know what I mean? We need a whole change of identity. You know what I mean? Chelsea weren't winning league titles. Mourinho came in and he changed it. Now they had multiple managers winning titles. Every team needs that. They need somebody that's going to inject their identity, their mentality into the club, so that you become what the person brought in. Chelsea became what Mourinho came and brought in. Arsenal under Arsene Wenger became what he came and brought in. Man United became what they are. Fergie came in and brought it in. We need that. We ain't gonna have it with this fucking rookie of a manager of Arteta, yeah, and his minions, or his toxic positive fans. We ain't gonna have it with that. You know what I mean? These man on a carousel. Have I got the picture in here? Yeah, the carousel, the Mikel Arteta carousel. That's what man are on. That's what they're on. For me, it's his last year. He should never have been here. He should never have been here this season. Should never have been here this season. League titles 100 times harder than trying for the league. I don't know if you got that wrong way around. And if you meant to say something else. My workmate goes to me, Arteta did nothing wrong today. It was on the players and Zubi. I said, who's responsible for the style of play? He's still silent. This is the thing that now, so you're gonna get fans like Igal and all them just turn around and say it's Zubimendi's fault. It is Zubimendi's fault. But we've been telling you about this manager. We've been telling fans like Igal about this manager. As I said, when I did the reaction to him, as I said, I might even trim that video down and have it as its own independent video, because it would be fitting, wouldn't it? It wouldn't matter that I did the video last week. It wouldn't matter, because I spoke about the dangers. I spoke about, do you think we're going to go through these fixtures and have no wins in 3, 4, 5 games? And then already we're already beating that. So yeah, I might just click that video down, because I've got the thumbnail for it anyway. I've got the thumbnail that I would have had for that. So I might just clip it down and have it as its own independent video. Yeah, that's what I might do. But as I was saying, these toxic positive fans, all you have to do is ask them, what have you been right about versus the Arteta outs? That's all you need to do. You don't need to argue with these man. All you need to do is say, okay, I'm Arteta out, you're Arteta in. What have you been right about to say that why this man should still be here? He's good enough to win everything and blah, blah, blah. Yeah? Because I can tell you why. I can prove to you this manager isn't good enough. I can prove to you this manager hasn't got what it takes to take us over the line. I can prove that. All they will have is, still in all 4 competitions, mate. Semi-final at League Cup, mate. Top at Champions League, mate. There's only 4 points in it now. That's all they've got. And then, should it go tits up, then they'll just turn around and move the goalpost again. Talking about, oh, well, mate, it's, I don't know, mate. You know what I mean?
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f*** you think you is?
Trying for the FA Cup. Oh, so you mean trying for the FA Cup's harder than the league? No, the league title's 100 times harder than trying for the FA Cup. That's what yeah. Trying for the league title is harder. But if somebody said, right, Crystal Palace, keep Glasner, how long do you think it'll take you to win the league with Glasner? You have no idea. You have no idea. You probably think you'll never do it. But at least you have the whole, well, I know I'm not going to win it anyway kind of thing. Our position is, we look like we might, but we're not gonna. But it just looks like we might. Like, it's like somebody upstairs already knows we're not going to win the league. It's just a matter of we just need to see it now. It's almost like I was a bit behind on this stream, so the chat knew goals were being scored before I did. Yeah, that's what it's like. It's like I'm behind on the stream of Arsenal's future, and Arsenal have already not won any of the cups, but we're just on rewind, we're on replay, and we're just yet to see it. We're just waiting to see it. Just like somebody says, "Oh, so and so scored." Now I'm waiting to see it. That's the life of an Arsenal fan today, under this manager. Yeah. Because all them years, Wenger wasn't doing anything, top form, whatever. It was a whole thing of he qualifies for the Champions League, gets to the knockouts, and then we get brushed. And we got so used to it, we knew it was going to happen. We knew we were getting smoked out of the Champions League. So he wasted years of this football club, yeah, staying and just getting brushed in the Champions League. A manager like Wenger was getting smoked in the Champions League last 16. Yeah, since he got us to the semi-final in 2009. And you still had fans defending him. You still have fans defending him. Looks like one of them calm down merchants infiltrated this chat. Yeah, they have. Obviously, rival fans are in here. I'm not mad at the rival fans. They're supposed to be here, giving it that. You know what I mean? I don't have this much people in my chat in my lives usually. You know what I mean? So I ain't mad at them. I'm mad at the people that still defend this. That still the so-called Arsenal fans that defend failure. Yeah. The same theme that we're seeing. Yeah. And then all they'll do is just shill for this manager and turn around and say, "Oh, well, we're 4 points clear still." You know what I mean? We were 7 points clear. Why are you panicking? You know what I mean? It gets reduced to 1 point. They'll say, "Oh, we're still top of the league, mate." You know what I mean? City haven't been consistent, so we'll win the league anyway. And you think we're going to be consistent? You think from now? Let's just say it goes to 1 point. Let's just say we lose against Leeds United and City beat whoever they've got next. Yeah, because don't forget, City have got to play Spurs, and Spurs aren't going to want to win that game. You know what I mean? Spurs don't care about their club; they care about us failing. Yeah. So I think we have Sunderland that same day. So let's just say if Sunderland come to the Emirates and beat us, and City beat Tottenham like the Tottenham would want them to, it's only 1 point. Do you think we're going to go on a consistent run? Can you give United credit because we played it smart, like you said? No, yeah. I mean, to start off with, you lot didn't look like you were going to do anything. You were second to everything and all that stuff. The mistake gave you guys life. Zubi gave you guys life. Zubi resuscitated the game for you guys today. You started having belief when it was 1-0. Oh no, when it was 0-0 and it was going on a little bit. You started to have a bit more belief, but then obviously you went a goal behind. That was our opportunity to pounce. But Zubi thought, "Oh, he's passed ball back there, mate." That's what he thought, and it literally gave you guys life. And you guys did what you were supposed to do. You guys executed the plan perfectly. So I'll give United credit for that. The goals that he scored banging goals. You know what I mean? The last two goals, Dorgu and Cunha, scored banging goals. You came to the Emirates and did that. But the thing is, I know how this ends for Man United because I saw this with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You win 1-2 big games, and because United fans will be on social media now saying they're back, just like they've done to Ole. Yeah. Once Carrick gets used to this, because if I'm not mistaken, what did he do at Middlesbrough? I'm just curious. What did he do at Middlesbrough? Someone in the chat said he failed at Middlesbrough. I don't know what's going on with Middlesbrough. Yeah. But somebody in the chat said he failed at Middlesbrough. I know how this is going to end for Man United fans, but you know, enjoy it while it lasts. You know, the main focus is we're stuck with this manager, we're stuck with this style of play, we're stuck with being that club who's watching the replay of our season. We're watching a replay of our last few seasons. You know what I mean? I know from here the failures already happened. We're just watching it on replay for the inevitable. Because I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Who do you think is the winner of the Champions League? I'm going to take a stab in the dark. I'm going to say Liverpool. I know what you guys are thinking.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
If I had to pick a Champions League winner, I'd probably go with Liverpool. Don't get fooled by all this shit with Liverpool. Don't get fooled by that. You know what I mean? You don't have the thing is about Champions League is the thing about cup competitions is you don't have to be all that special in the league to win a cup competition. You don't. You know, we've seen the Liverpool side worse than this, arguably, and win the Champions League. Yeah, 2005 Liverpool. Where did they finish? 5th somewhere. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I would tip Liverpool to win the Champions League over us. Liverpool were blitzing in the Champions League last season, finished top, meant nothing, went out straight away. But if we get an English club in the Champions League, we're out. I mean, we don't need to see how used to bowl it. Zubi to Stevenage on a free. Stevenage. That looked sus. Mafia payback pass. What the fuck was that, Zubi? Yeah, let me show you guys again. Look at all this space. Look to Zubi right hand side. All that space there. There was no threat. Look where Saliba is, in between the two United players. Saliba's going forward. So he tried to play a 1-2. Zubi decided, I want to go back to Raya. Raya's all the way down there. Look at Buemo. Gabriel's all the way down there. And he thought that was okay. Zubi is not press resistant as people want him to be. Partey would have just gone for the ball higher. Just a bit of skill. Zubi is not built for the role that Partey was doing for us. He's not built for it. You know what I mean? If you're notorious at this point for doing that as a number 6, you're not supposed to be a number 6. You're not supposed to be. You ain't supposed to be no number 6 doing that. You ain't supposed to be. A number 6 is supposed to be able to handle those high pressure situations like that. Yeah, I told everybody Norgard is our best number 6, and I only seen him for a few games for us. Because a number 6 doesn't try and do much. All they do is that they would be the cover for a centre back. They would just concentrate on, let me get that ball forward, let me do this. Number 6s, they're not there to make anything complicated. They're just there to do the simplest, that makes shit simple. Because end of the day, I need to be the defense in front of the defense when it comes down to it. A number 6 folding and making back passes and losing the ball and team running through. Nah, fam. I'm telling you, we could win the Carabao Cup. I'd still be Arteta out. Not enough. Oh, you all know where I am with this anyway. I don't need to explain. I don't need to say again. You know what I mean? You know, y'all know the requirements for me to be Arteta in. Yeah. But when I see this shit like this, sometimes even I question myself. If we win the lot, would I still even rate him like that? Do you think the league is still yours? I never thought the league was ours. I never thought the league was ours. You know what I mean? I've seen too much. I've seen too much. Not ours. Arsenal lucky to have Mikel.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
You might be trolling, but still.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
Like I said, if you take our last 3 seasons, because obviously it was the last 3 seasons, 2023, that's when we got in the title race. You take our last 3 seasons and you change it, and we finished 6th, 7th, 8th, and won cups during that time. You know, we won a Europa League, FA Cup, EFL Cup. And we did all that in that time. That's much better than this. That's much better than you might. You know what I mean? Like if somebody said to you, I'm going to give you £100,000 cash guaranteed in your hands or in your bank. I'm guaranteeing you £100,000. I'm giving it you. £100,000, or wherever you're from, dollars, euros, liras, whatever. I'm going to give you 100,000. Yeah? Guaranteed. Or somebody said to you, if you play the lottery, if you play the lottery ticket, Euro Millions, you might win 150 million pounds, dollars, whatever. You might win 150 million. If you play tonight's lottery, you might win it. Yeah, there's a chance of you winning it. You know, because anytime you play the lottery, you got a chance of winning it, haven't you? You know what I mean? So I can give you 100,000 in cash now, guaranteed, or put you in the pot of you might win the Euro Millions. I'm taking the cash. I'm guaranteed. Yeah. If I was guaranteed cups, but I finished 8th, I don't give a shit. I've been telling you, man, for time now. It's better than this. Yeah. This, what we're doing right now, this is the worst. This is the worst. And all these Arsenal peddlers, you know, all these Arsenal peddlers, yeah, they'll want to gaslight you into believing that what we're doing right now, we should enjoy it. We should enjoy it. Yeah. Meanwhile, they had a manager that won them trophies and still want them gone, though, didn't they? Don't listen to these, man. Don't listen to them, man. You know what I mean? They'll want you to believe we should be happy, have chest out because we're win title races. Meanwhile, if you win cups, you still want your manager gone. These are the same fans trying to gaslight you. Where was you lot 5 years ago, mate?
Who the fuck is this asshole?
5 years ago, we were lifting the FA Cup. Well, in fact, if you go by 5 years ago today, then we were still FA Cup champions, but we weren't doing anything following it up. But I'll tell you where we were 5 years before this manager came, though. He came in 2019. Okay. 2019. So 2016. Oh, no, hold on. 2014, we won the FA Cup. 2015, we retained the FA Cup. 2016, we finished second to Leicester, which was embarrassing. Yeah. 2017, we won the FA Cup. 2018, we got to a Carabao Cup final. 2019, we got to a Europa League final. That was before Arteta. 5 years before Arteta. He comes in, he wins the FA Cup, and then we've seen semi-finals and second place finishes since, as well as 2 8th place finishes at the start and 2 5th places. 8th, 5th. Yeah, 8th, 5th, second. See, you can see where I'm going with this, can't you? You can see where I'm going with this, can't you?
I'm waiting.
You're allowed to have an opinion. Man United, what a team. You did good today in the end. After Zubi handed you, man, a lifeline, you went from there and did what you did. You know what I mean? You won in style. I can't knock anything of Man United. There's nothing to knock. Like you man did what you were supposed to do. I'm not mad at Man United or anything. I'm mad at us. He's an ex-assistant city coach. Yeah, he's completely useless, and people are fooled into believing that he's something. We can't afford to lose another match. That's where we are now. We can't afford to lose another match. You got fans like Igal talking about, we're 7 points clear. Calm down. Now look. Dual calling, bro. I'm losing my shit. I might have to. How long have you been a real Manchester fan? I'm not a Man United fan. Wait, what's all this? Send link for. You know what? I'll just put the link in the chat. I'll put the link in the chat. Anybody that wants to come up, come up. You know what I mean? Because I can't even keep up with these comments. In all fairness, I'm just gonna put the link in the chat. So yeah. There we are. My chat's coming through Yorkshire. Yeah, but you're watching on portrait. You're watching on portrait because you've got you're watching on the vertical one. But the link's in the chat, so everybody should see it now. Arteta should resign, blood. Should. Get rid of him. I mean, just a reminder. This is what Zubi thought was a good idea. You know what I mean? Saliba thought, let me get forward. Expect a 1-2. Yeah. Zubi. This is our Partey replacement did this. Winning 1-0. Our Partey replacement. This is what he did. Absolute shambles. This is what he did. I just want that to marinate for a second. This is what our Partey replacement did. Nah, he crossed the line for me. He's crossed the line. To go a chance to go back 7 clear, and we're winning. So in all fairness, we're 7 clear at this point because we're winning, and this is what he did. Shambles. Absolute shambles. Our number 6. Let me see if I can, in fact, playback speed. All right. Look at that. Like Saliba passes in the ball. Let me just make it bigger. This. Oh shit. Look at that. So Saliba, because we have a habit, we have a fetish of doing this, letting their attackers get close to us. So Zubi is already committed to going to his left. So now he's had to stop himself. So what he could have done was receive that ball and go to his right hand side. because he's got all that space down there. But he decides to do that. Let me just try and hoof it back to Raya. And Raya's like, fuck. And in Bremo's there. Look where Sleeper is. Look at that. Yeah. Our number 6, guys. Our number 6. Let me show you another one. Yeah. Let me show you another one. Right. Let me show you another one. Northland Derby against Spurs. Zubi on the ball. He's on the ball right there. So you look at the position he's in right now. He can just launch it all the way down to Timber at right back, right down there. He can just launch it right there if he wants. Just launch it there. That's what he could have done. Still got the ball. He's got vision. Look, you can see them there. Holds onto the ball still. Now he knows for sure players is trying to get the ball off him. Puts the ball in the player's favor. Yeah? Watch again. He puts the ball in the player's favor. Look at that. Doesn't even have the strength to hold him off no more. Because he's now not in a good position. All he can do at best is then foul him. And then look, I think that was Benton Carr that slid in. And you know what happened from there? We were fortunate that we won that game. We were fortunate that we won that game. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've seen enough. Cross the line. Line's been crossed. The line's been crossed. Share the screen again. I put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come up, but they might not have seen it now. Remaining fixtures. In all fairness, I've bought the ticket for the Arsenal Wigan game. I don't even want to go. Don't even want to go. There's me trying to be positive, and Arsenal are showing me something. I fell for the okie dokie. We'll smoke Karabakh. We'll smoke them. We'll bounce back. We'll beat them like 5-6-0. Yeah. Then it's back to the struggles again. Yeah. Leeds United. Then we've got Chelsea in the second leg. Sunderland at home, Brentford away. Wigan in the cup, Spurs away, Chelsea at home, Brighton away, Everton at home, Wolves away. Come on now. Do you guys really think that? Do you think it's going to be 5 wins in a row from this point? Or do you think there's going to be some bottle in there? And I don't mean that we'll win 4 and draw 1. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking like back-to-back draws or a draw and a loss. I'm talking shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm talking shit like that. Where do man looked at this, man really looked at this and thought, yeah, we'll be fine. I want you just stare at that for a second. Just have a good stare at what you see here, right? These are the fixtures from the 22nd of February till the end of the season. Yeah, man thought all this it will be fine. That's fine. No worries. Because City will drop points. We'll be fine. Yeah, City will drop points and so will we. Yeah. We've gone from, we could have been 11 points clear to it's only 4. You better hope that City don't string some wins in a row now. In fact, let's have a look at their fixtures. I'm not going to bother with Aston Villa because I'm not worried about them. Yeah? I'm not worried about Aston Villa. I'm sure Man City can take care of Aston Villa in terms of winning the league title. Yeah? So I'm not worried about Villa. Villa will do what they do. They're going to try and go for the Europa League, and that's what's going to fuck them up. We know where it is. So they got Champions League. Oh yeah, so they got Tottenham away on the 1st of February. So yeah, we play Leeds United the day before. Yeah. Then they've got second leg, which they've got a cushy lead 2-0 against Newcastle in that competition. So imagine City turn their season round by getting to the final and then winning it. And then they're just going an insane run from here. Yeah? Who's to say that won't happen? They get to the cup final from here. They come back, play Liverpool. They never win at Anfield, but you never know now. Man City, Fulham, got Southend in the FA Cup. Then they got Newcastle again in leagues, Leeds. So if they get to the final, their fixture against Crystal Palace gets moved. And if we get to the final, our fixture against Wolves away gets moved. So obviously they'll have that game in hand. And if we get to a cup final, we will have a game in hand. But if City win that competition, then that means they'll come back and play Chelsea away from home, then play us, Burnley, Everton, Brentford, Bournemouth, and then Villa. City could easily win all them games after the 22nd of March. They could easily win all them games. There's an international break in between. So they could easily win all them games, including Palace when they have to play them again. You know what I mean? Arsenal fans saying this team will beat the 2008 United side. You can't even beat this one. In all fairness, we did beat Man United in 2008 in the league, but it was a 2008-9 season, so, make of it what you will. But yeah, I get the point. I get your point. But yeah, is what it is. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream. Nobody's coming up. I'm going to end the stream anyway. I'm getting tired of being sat here and talking about this. But anyways, like the stream, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. Links in the description below. I know this is the most views that I've had in a while because yeah. Let me just find it. If I can find it. Yeah.
Crying to me, and I'm not having it.
But hopefully you're all subbing. Hopefully, if those of you who haven't subscribed, then subscribe to the channel. Yeah. It pains me that it had to be like this. Because y'all came here to see me have a meltdown. Yeah. I wouldn't have got this much views if we'd have beaten Man United today. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just a shambles. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you with an outro and then have the official outro. So yeah, guys, big up everybody in here anyway. And yeah, I'll be back for the match preview. of the can't believe I carried the unthinkable Hulk guns. All right. 20 watching reaction, only 5 on watch along jokers. I know. It's absolute shambles. You know what I mean? It's just
Emotional damage.
But it is what it is. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
To achieve what we want, but
I know we can't keep you long, so I'll be enthusiastic about what's to come and what the potential of this club is with the work you're doing.
yeah, more than ever, because I see them daily. I see how hungry they are, the quality, the talent, but most importantly, the connection that we have within the club and how much we are willing to do whatever it takes to win for this football club.
Stop the cap.
And obviously, all the people that support our football club. So it's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we will do all our best.
What?
It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we will do all our best.
Say it again.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we will do all our best.
Say it again. I double dare you, motherfucker.
It's coming. Be a little bit patient, and I promise we will do all our best.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt.
is coming. Be a little bit patient.
Shut the fuck. Shut. Fucking through. Fuck off.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
meet me in the car park, bro. Meet me in the car park.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.